NSPN.TV, in partnership with the Minnesota State High School League, brings you coverage of the 2023 State Soccer Tournament. Coverage is made possible by the Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation, treating addiction, transforming lives; by your local McDonald's owner-operators, offering competitive wages, paid time off, and tuition assistance; and the Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage.
0-2. Let's welcome the Wayzata Trojans. Your game officials for this match. Your head referee is Zachariah Ale. Assistant referee is Mark Kelly. Second assistant referee is Ward Nelson. And our fourth official is Jim Hirsch.
It's a rematch of last year's 3A state title match as
Wayzata
and Woodbury
Let's
get
meet
together.
The Woodbury Royals. Sophomore number 0, Maxwell Bounds. Senior number 1, Eddie Puglisi. Junior number 2, Jakob Mumin. Senior number 3, Ian Lockhart. Sophomore number 4, Landon Riley. Junior number 5, Noah Harubi. Senior number 6, Zach Sorensen. Sophomore number 7, Evan Vang. Junior number 8, Olin Francois. Senior number 9, Gianluca Jones. Sophomore number 10, Tadio Magana. Junior number 11, Elijah Faring. Senior number 12, Parker Wenzel. Sophomore number 13, Adam Bain. Junior number 14, Felipe Marino Fala. Junior number 15, Cabran Barakat. Senior number 17, Stanley Haroldson. Junior number 18, Matthew Christofferson. Sophomore number 19, Cohen Rogers. Senior number 22, Hassan Abkaldeller. Freshman number 23, Benjamin Freeman. And senior number 25, Jesse Jones. Assistant coaches are Jeff Seifert and Cephas Dean. Head coach is John Engen, the Woodbury Royals. Now let's meet the Trojans. Senior number 0, Caleb Wagner. Senior number 1, Ethan Kinsley. Senior number 2, Tyler Baker. Senior number 4, Alex Keller. Senior number 6, Alex Crane. Senior number 7, Eddie Ignatius. Sophomore number 8, Reed Bolson. Senior number 9, Jackson Woodman. Senior number 11, Thomas Tasing. Senior number 12, Gunnar Hendrickson. Senior number 13, Ben Eisinger. Sophomore number 14, Cody Stuhlman. Senior number 15, Ahan Sheth. Senior number 16, Charlie Pillar. Senior number 17, Lassie Koibukangas. Senior number 18, Miles Redman. Sophomore number 19, Jeremy Cordero. Junior number 20, Aiden Judicus. Senior number 21, Miles Ulrich. Sophomore number 22, Aaron Kabaya. Senior number 23, Evan Mahan. And junior number 37, Brett Ryan. Head coach of the Wayzata Trojans is Dominic Duenas. Assistants are Ruben Manus and Ross Smith. The Wayzata Trojans. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise and join the Wayzata Band under the direction of David Elmhurst in the playing of our national anthem.
Good morning from U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It's the Class 3A Boys State Semifinals with our producer and director, Brian Carlson. My name is Darren Swinson. Our first matchup this morning is a rematch of last year's state title match in 3A between the Woodbury Royals at 14-2-3 and the Wayzata Trojans, the defending state champions, at 18-0-2. Wayzata comes in with an 11-match unbeaten streak, and the goal differential with both these teams is quite impressive. Both these teams have only given up 6 goals all season long. Woodbury scoring 52 goals and having 6 goals against throughout the season. And Wayzata scoring an impressive 70 goals on the season and only giving up 6 goals in advance. On the postseason end of things for Woodbury, they open up the postseason with a 2-0 victory over Two Rivers, a 4-0 victory over East Ridge, defeated Stillwater 2-1 in the section championship. And in the first round of the state tournament last week, in a match played at Farmington High School, they knocked off New Prague by a 6-0 margin. Wayzata, on the other hand, throughout the postseason, they have defeated Rogers 8-0, defeated Robbinsdale Armstrong 6-0, defeated Minneapolis Washburn by a 2-0 margin, and last week at Coleman Field, they won in the first round of the state tournament, knocking off St. Michael Albertville by a 5-0 margin. Ever since the calendar turned to October, they've only conceded 1 goal. In fact, clean sheets have been the norm for this Wayzata team this year. And Wayzata is the team that will be wearing the blue. And Woodbury is the team that will be wearing the white as we get things going here this morning at U.S. Bank Stadium. Winner of this one will face the winner of Maple Grove and Park. In the 3A state championship game, which will be played right here on Thursday, or rather Friday morning. The losers will play in the third place match, which will be held tomorrow afternoon. First of 6 matchups today, all boys semifinals here at U.S. Bank Stadium. The 2As will go at 12:30 and 2:30, and the Class A's will go at 5 and 7. Woodbury will possess. These two teams got together on the regular season. Wayzata winning 1-0 at Woodbury on Saturday, September 23rd. Wayzata won the state championship match a year ago 3-2, and we are underway here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The matchup in goal, Woodbury with Eddie Puglisi, a senior. Second team All-State. He had 4 saves in the first round against New Prague. A .943 save percentage for him on the season. 6 goals against and 99 saves. He's also the kicker on the football team for Woodbury. As a foul is called, and the free kick responsibility will be taken by Puglisi. Ian Kinsler, or Caleb Wagner, will be getting the start for Wayzata. He's only given up 5 goals this year and a .35 goal against average. Puglisi into the area. Able to respond is Wayzata. Out to the neutral third, and possessing is Wayzata. Again, goal differential has been very impressive for both these teams this year. Wayzata with 70 goals, and only 6 conceded all season as they try to make the connection with Judicus, but an interruption by the Woodbury back line will force the restart. Playing the throw-in on the far side will be Jackson Widman with 8 goals and 3 assists this year. He had the goal in the 1-0 victory for Wayzata over Woodbury at Woodbury on Saturday, September 23rd. Towards the area. And Pugliese had a pretty good look at that one as we put 2 minutes in the books. Winner of this one gets the winner of Park and Maple Grove Saturday morning for the state title, or Friday morning for the state title at 8 a.m. Near side with it is Wayzata. Isinger tried to send it downfield towards Evan Mahan, but Pugliese with the quick transition. Lockhart on the far side, but he gets it gobbled up. Lockhart fighting between defenders. Centering it forward. This is Frering. Near side it goes for Woodbury. Fearing. Getting by the defense of Tyler Baker. Tried to send it into the area. It got rejected out. And Woodbury will keep possession. I have an opportunity for the organization as we put 3 minutes in the book. Here early on in the 3A state semifinals, taking responsibility is Zach Sorensen. He has an assist in the state quarterfinal win over New Prague. Into the area it goes. First contact came from Wayzata. Sorensen will reassess with the cross, but the back line of Wayzata there once again an awkward shot off the foot of Bain. The Trojans try to transition, not letting him do it is Zach Sorensen. He'll give some ground to Harubi, and Harubi's shot was rejected. It's taken by Seath. Seath on the right side, but catching up is Harubi. And that'll force the restart for the Wayzata Trojans. So both teams with a couple of good looks here early on in this one as Tyler Baker will take responsibility on the throw-in from the near side. You see the time remaining in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. We're glad you're with us at your home for the entire state soccer tournament on the boys and girls side and SPN.TV. Tyler Baker into the area. First contact came, and a shot from the far side. Taking that shot was Wayzata. It appeared to be Miles Redmond, but Redmond's attempt went too tall, but neither team has had a shot on goal to this point, as Eddie Pugliese, the senior, who does have a goal and an assist this year, will send it to the Woodbury half. Near side with Elijah Fearing. Fearing got double teamed. Last touch, though, by Wayzata, in the first corner kick opportunity of the game will come for Woodbury. Taking it, I believe, is Fearing here in the near side corner. Fearing into the area. Punched out of there by Wagner. Deflected to the side, running it down is Isinger, but Isinger couldn't keep possession, so a throw-in coming for Woodbury on the far side. Zach Sorensen will organize in front of the Woodbury students section, well represented here early on a Wednesday morning in downtown Minneapolis. Had her chance for Riley. Riley didn't have the proper angle, so Caleb Wagner will play the goal kick for Wayzata. Landon Riley, the sophomore, had 2 goals in the quarterfinals against New Prague. No score as we are approaching 6.5 minutes in the books. It was a 1-0 game between these two teams on September 23rd. Giving up goals is something neither of these teams do. As Tyler Baker taking throw-in responsibilities, controlled there by Judicus. Judicus eluding one defender, Sent it towards the center, got rejected by the back line of Woodbury. Throw-in coming at the Wayzata bench with Tyler Baker. Baker, the senior, with 2 assists this year. First contact came from Woodbury. Trying to keep it in was Redmond. Cleared out by the Royals and out towards midfield as the Royals try to transition. Bodies to the turf, but Wayzata with possession. Woodbury going to run it down on the far side, keeping it in. On a good hustle job was Vang, but neither team able to establish an attack. 7.5 gone by here in the first half. No score, and possession will belong to Wayzata. Jackson Widman with throw-in responsibilities. Out towards midfield. Battle there controlled by Eisinger. Widman will send it up the far touch line. Trying to run it down was Judicus. Judicus will keep it in with some nice maneuvering. And Woodbury will have the throw-in on the far side. Widman will take responsibility once again. 8:20 into the contest. Scoreless matchup for the 3A semifinals. These two teams played for the title a year ago. Wayzata the top seed at 18-0-3. Woodbury the 4 seed at 14-2-3. Widman will try again on the far side. No serious look. Ayana with some nice defense for Woodbury. Ayana trying to transition back. Ignatius now switching fields. They tried to connect with a teammate downfield. That was Killer, who had snuck downfield, but Wagner there to possess. Correction, that was Riley, not Killer. Nothing materializes off the goal kick as Widman defends on the far side. Eddie Ignatius with a goal and 2 assists on the season will have throw-in responsibilities. As we're about a quarter of the way through this first half, neither team with a shot on frame yet. Both teams have had their decent share of good looks, but neither team has dented the scoreboard to this point. Brian Carlson is our producer-director. My name is Darren Swenson. Glad you're with us from downtown Minneapolis on a November 1st morning. Temperatures in the 20s outside, but very comfortable to play soccer indoors here in the state semifinals. Puglisi will play the goal kick for Woodbury, giving his team an opportunity to organize. Puglisi also the kicker on the Royal football team. Downfield as it goes. Trying to stop it was Tasing. Wasn't able to do it, so we go from one free kick by the keeper to a goal kick coming up from Caleb Wagner. Wagner with only a .35 goal against average this year. He's only conceded 5 goals this season. Puglisi has only conceded 6 goals all season. So both these teams very good on the back line. Both these teams very good in net. Riley giving some ground to Mayana. Mayana got by one defender, but Wayzata steps up on the back line with Mahan. Unable to keep possession with Ignatius. So Wayzata will get the restart. As we're 11 3/4 down here in the first half. Park and Maple Grove, the other 3A semifinals. Wayzata, the defending state champion. They're trying to get to the title match for their 11th time in school history. They've been champions 4 times, including last year. They've been runners-up 6 times of their 17 appearances here at state. Woodbury here for the 8th time. They were runners-up a year ago and also back in 2005. They have never won a state title. But Coach John Engen's team trying to change that here this year. Mayana chipping it ahead. Faring in the corner, gets defended well there by Alex Crane. Mayana sent it towards the middle, but Caleb Wagner had a good read on it. 13 in the book here at US Bank Stadium. Goal kick coming up for Wagner in a scoreless contest. High into the indoor sky it goes. Woodbury trying to transition back, unable to do so thanks to the defense of Baker. Second time will be a charm, though, for the Royals. Fearing on the near side. An interception by Wayzata. Wenzel against Baker. Baker controls for Wayzata. Judicus shipping it ahead towards Eisinger. Eisinger was defended well by Hirobi. Wayzata with the throw in near their bench. Tyler Baker, the senior. A senior-laden team here for Wayzata. Has a look from the near corner. The look came from Charlie Pillar, but again, Puglisi had the good glance from the get-go. First contact coming from Widman. Widman trying to transition back with Redmond, but Woodbury able to keep possession. Zach Sorensen with 2 goals, 9 assists on the season. A second-team All-Stater will take the throw-in responsibilities on the far side. "15 minutes gone by. Trying to get the good look was Ian Lockhart, but the foot was just at a bad angle. Wayzata will get the restart in the far corner. Along the far touchline, trying to transition back are the Royals, but the Wayzata back line is there. Into the offensive half come the Royals. Some free space for Judicus. Judicus defended well, though, by Adam Bain. Trojans keep it in their area. Into the offensive half go the Royals now with Wenzel. Good battle right in front of the scorer's table. And the first substitution coming in for Wayzata. Lassie Koivakangas. He had a heck of a quarterfinal, number 17 for the Trojans. 2 goals and 1 assist in the 6-0 victory over St. Michael Albertville in the quarterfinal round. Koivakangas comes off the bench for the Trojans with 14 goals and 4 assists this season. Tyler Baker, the throw-in opportunity for Wayzata, who has knocked off Woodbury twice in the last calendar year, once this year on the regular season, once in the state title match a year ago. And the throw in wide of the mark and beyond the end line from Baker. Puglisi with the goal kick, as we just put 17 in the books here in the first half. Neither team with a shot on frame yet. Both teams have had some reasonably good looks, but the back lines of both these teams have risen to the occasion when they faced the challenge early on in this game, as Woodbury with their first substitution, Stanley Haroldson, 5 goals and 3 assists on the season for him. $17 3/4 down here in the first half. Evan Mahan tried to get it out of the defensive third. It was interrupted by Woodbury. So they'll try again. Tyler Baker giving some ground backwards. Cordero tried to center. Cordero defending once again. Woodbury able to keep it in their offensive end with Fehring. Fehring towards Mayana. Mayana couldn't make anything materialize. Cordero got it ahead towards Redmond, but to no avail. Puglisi there to control once again for the Woodbury Royals. And the rematch of the 3A title game from a year ago. Woodbury's Elijah Fehring getting a little bit of a talking to from the center here. After the foul was called. Joust in the neutral third. Wayzata trying to keep it in their own area. Some free space here on the near side for Jeremy Cordero. They'll roll it forward. Cordero keeps it in the offensive third for the moment. Judicus runs it down outside the area right side, but he gets defended well by Fehring, who will force the restart. As Thomas Tasing, number 11, and Gunnar Hendrickson, number 12, coming back in for Wayzata. Halfway point of the first half upon us. First of 6 boys semifinals here at the state soccer tournament at US Bank Stadium today. Baker on the throw-in. Baker will recover, sends it into the area, but cleared out of there by the Royal back line. As the Royals try to transition back, Fehring eluding one defender. Fehring got slowed down enough by Crane to allow the Trojan defense to recover. Trying to transition back are the Trojans with Gunnar Hendrickson. Some fresh legs into the contest for Dominic Duenas, the head coach for the Trojans. The foul called on the Trojans and Judicus. So Woodbury will possess as we put 21 minutes in the books here in a couple of seconds. Park and Maple Grove next. De La Salle and Orono at 12:30, and St. Cloud Tech's and Hill Murray at 2:30 this afternoon. Puglosi. It's punched out of there by Wagner. Into the air it goes. Baker with the touch outside the area. He'll try to transition back as they try to connect with Koivakangas. Hirobi playing some nice defense. Redmond. Hedrickson. Far side it goes to Redmond. Redmond eluding one defender, but recovering well was Lockhart for Woodbury. And he'll force a restart. And a Widman throw-in on the far side. 22 and a quarter into this one. First contact came from Koivakangas. Into the area, touched up by the back line of Woodbury. They'll clear for the moment. Baker trying to keep it in the offensive half for the Trojans. Widman. Koivakangas. Over the far side, some contact there with Miles Redmond and Lockhart. Redmond, while trying to elude some defenders, fires one in beyond the touch line, and Eddie Puglisi will clear it out of there for Woodbury on the goal kick. Neither team has been able to put a shot on frame yet. They've had looks, but the looks have not really developed into big-time opportunities as the back lines of both these teams. Not really conceding anything. Foul called. They're on Woodbury. This is Woodbury's 20th game. This is Wayzata's 21st game. Both these teams have conceded only 6 goals all season long. Free kick played by Alex Crane. Set piece opportunity into the area. Cleared out by Wenzel as he tries to transition back from Haroldson, but Crane forcing the restart. Woodbury still in possession. Zach Sorensen will take responsibility on the far side. Sorensen into the area, touched up there by Woodbury. Rising up on the back line is Mahon. Sorensen keeps it in on the far side, but nothing materializes after the Sorensen contact. Some more substitutions coming back in for Wayzata. Charlie Pillar, Jeremy Cordero, and Ben Eisinger as the fronts and the mids for the Trojans. Taking a little bit different of a look for the final 14 and a half here in the first half. Woodbury with some open space. A possible connection there between Fearing and Jones was just off target. And Caleb Wagner will have the goal kick. 26 down here in the first half. Wagner with the goal kick for Wayzata. Wayzata won 1-0 on September 23rd. When these two teams got together, they won 3-2 a year ago here at US Bank Stadium to win the 3A title. That was the 4th time in school history that Wayzata had won the title. 1985, 2005, 2017, and 2022. Tasing. Finding some free space to Cordero. Cordero setting up near side. Chased there by Fearing. Cordero towards the area. Kept in on the far side by Pillar. Pillar with a chance. Pillar with the score! Charlie Pillar at 27:03 here in the first half. 6th goal of the season for him. He had an assist in the quarterfinals against St. Michael Albertville. And on the board is Wayzata. Charlie Pillar with the early goal in this one. Only the 7th goal conceded by Wood. They're going to give Jeremy Cordero an assist on that. So Cordero with his 3rd assist, his first points here at the state tournament. Pillar with his 6th goal of the season. He also had an assist in the quarterfinals against St. Michael Albertville. And a 1-0 lead for Wayzata, as a little more than 28 minutes have elapsed here in the first half. Crane towards the area, and some contact that the center didn't like from Woodbury, which will set up a goal kick from Puglisi. Woodbury trying to transition, but the back line of Wayzata there to do so. Wayzata had the clean sheet against Woodbury back on September 23rd. If you're Woodbury here, you got to just take the attitude of, if you want to move on to the championship match, yeah, you would have had to score anyways, so nothing really hurt in the 1-goal deficit, especially with over 50 minutes of time remaining at this point. Fearing. Nothing materializes from that chance. Wayzata trying to transition back, but Woodbury controlling with Francois. Francois couldn't keep possession, but Hirobi will be able to keep possession. Mentioned the championship, 8 o'clock on Friday morning. The losers of these 2 matchups will play at the West St. Paul Regional Athletic Center at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning in the 3rd place match. A trip ahead from Koivu Kangas, but the angle just off the mark for the leading scorer when it comes to goals from this Wayzata team. Koivu Kangas with 14 goals in the 20 contests this season. Wayzata leading 1-0 with 9 1/4 remaining. Here in half number 1. Wenzel. Mayana. Adam Bain. On the cross. Wayzata with the near contact, but some nice hustle by the Trojans. Tried to give them a chance. It was Redmond doing so. But when Redmond couldn't connect with anyone upfield. 31.5 in the books here in the first half. The only goal, a Charlie Pillar goal at 27:03, assisted by Jeremy Cordero. And Wayzata with the 1-0 lead, trying to defend their state title from a year ago. Trojans will keep possession at their bench as Eden Judicus will re-enter. Time remaining in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. As Tyler Baker with the throw-in responsibilities to the right of Dominic Duenas, his head coach. Baker trying to keep it in the offensive third for Wayzata. Mayana fails to keep possession for Woodbury. Wayzata trying to keep it in with Eisinger, but defending it well was Keidano Mayana. Towards the middle it goes, and Faring on the opposite side to Lockhart. Lockhart gets defended well by Widman, but Widman will touch it beyond the end line. So the second corner kick opportunity coming of the game for Woodbury. They weren't able to make anything materialize on the first opportunity. Taking responsibility on the far side is Adam Bain. 33.5 done here in the first half. Bain into the area, punched out by Wagner. Cleared out for the moment by Eisinger. Keeping in the offensive third was Ruby. Towards the area, Wagner able to punch it out. Mayana with the shot from Lockhart, but it goes wide. Wagner rising to the occasion a couple of times there. That sequence, probably the best looks that Woodbury has had here in the first half. But the combination of Wagner and the back line keeps a 0 on the scoreboard for Woodbury. 34 minutes complete here in the first half. Judicus couldn't keep possession. Vang got by one defender. Wayzata will force the restart, but Woodbury will have the throw in as this sequence will get us to 35 elapsed here in the first half. Zach Sorensen taking responsibility for the Royals of Woodbury. Mayana. Nice defense by Tasing to take away the chance. Bodies to the turf. Wayzata will get possession. As the foul will go against Woodbury. 35 3/4 remain elapsed here in the first half. Evan Mahon will send one into the area. Contact first came from Sorensen. Recovered on the near side is Hendrickson. Hendrickson chips one into the area, but flag was up on the near side, and a goal kick from Puglisi will clear it out of there for Woodbury. A 1-0 lead for Wayzata on the Charlie Pillar goal at 27:03, assisted by Cordero. Mayana. Bang trying to run it down on the far side, unable to do so. Would have been on the throw in. Woodbury trying to transition back. A little open space in the area from Riley. Back towards Wenzel, but Wenzel, you could tell, didn't have the comfort on that attempt that he wanted. 37 and a half, about ready to be put in the books here in the first half. Ryan Carlson, our producer director. My name is Darren Swinson. Glad you're with us on a Wednesday morning from U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis for the 3A boys semifinals, first of 6 semifinals taking place today. Woodbury with some nice defense for Hirobi. Contact from both these teams, and a card coming up as Eisinger goes down. The card will go against Woodbury. Francois with the yellow. Olin Francois with the first yellow of the game, and it comes at 37-51. The center having a few conversations, trying to maintain order. As Charlie Pillar, the goal scorer earlier, played the free kick, but Pillar got caught with his hand in the cookie jar on the recovery. There's 38 now in the books here in the first half. The Charlie Pillar goal at 27:03. The difference at this point as Wayzata leading Woodbury. Wayzata trying to get back to the title game for the second year in a row. They defeated Woodbury for the 3A title last year. Wayzata with the goal of winning their 5th state title in school history. 1985, 2005, 2017, and 2022. That would be 5 state titles and 49 state tournaments in boys soccer. The 1-minute call over the public address, and a card coming up here for Wayzata, as Pillar going to get the card. Charlie Pillar, who had the goal earlier, gets a yellow here at 39:08. As the center referee has established where the line is, and a couple of young men have crossed that line and gotten carded here in the first half. Olin Francois for Woodbury and Charlie Pillar there a moment ago for Wayzata. Puglisi plays the free kick. Second time chance coming from Moomin. Wagner unable to control it. Third corner of the game coming up for Woodbury. 36 seconds left in the half. Towards the area opposite side. Trying to put it home. In doing so is Woodbury. I believe it was Fearing. We'll wait for the official call on the goal, but we're even at 1. As Woodbury ties it up at 39-37. We'll wait for the official call on the public address.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1-1 here at the half. Woodbury and Wayzata as we've gone to intermission. We'll take a break. We'll wait to take a break here before we get that official call on the goal. I believed it was Fearing, but there were a lot of bodies in the area.
Scoring for Woodbury in the 40th minute, number 6, Zach Sorensen. Sorensen scores for the Royals in the 40th minute. We head to halftime, 1-1.
I was mistaken, as Zach Sorensen, who had an assist against New Prague, the second team All-Stater, gets his third goal of the season. The unassisted goal coming in 39-37. And we have entered halftime. Wayzata and Woodbury tied at 1. This is the 3A Boys Soccer Semifinals at NSPN.TV.
Hi, my name is Crescent, and I love working at McDonald's in Minnesota. My favorite part about working at McDonald's is how friendly and welcoming and just kind the coworkers are. While working at McDonald's, I have learned leadership skills because I know that my crew members are depending on me to run a good restaurant. I do every musical and play that I can possibly participate in. And that really helps at work because it helps me communicate with the customers better.
For job information, text APPLY to 38000 or visit jobs.mchire.com.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
The first did Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it.
You can talk to me.
It's been really, really hard for me.
Local sports coverage can be found on NSPN.TV all year long, from the first crack at the bat in August to the final putt in June.
And that is good for the individual championship.
We are there. Subscribe to the Neighborhood Sports Network to watch events both live and on demand, including state tournament coverage in every sport. Email jobs at nspn.tv if you'd like to join our team of broadcasters and camera operators. Welcome to the neighborhood.
One the score here at the halftime break. Brian Carlson is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson. Glad you're with us live from US Bank Stadium here in downtown Minneapolis. Scoring in the first half, Wayzata got on the board first at 27:03. A Charlie Pillar goal from Jormi Cordero at 27:03. That gave the Trojans a 1-0 advantage, and that lead lasted for 12 minutes and 34 seconds. With just 23 seconds left in the half, Zach Sorensen gets an unassisted goal for Woodbury. Sorensen with his third goal of the season. He also had an assist in the quarterfinals against New Prague. And that evened up the game at 1. That was off of a set piece action in which Woodbury has had 3 of those set pieces here in the first half, and they were able to score off the sequence, not directly off the kick or the corner kick itself, but the sequence related to the corner kick. And that evened up the game here at the halftime break. Both these teams doing something that they haven't done a lot of this year, and that's concede goals. The goals that both these teams gave up was only the 7th goal that they have conceded this season. That Woodbury goal late in the first half, only the 2nd goal that Wayzata has given up since the 1st of October. In fact, that's the same case for Woodbury. Woodbury has only given up 1 goal in the postseason. That was to Stillwater in the section championship. Wayzata gave up a goal to Minneapolis Washburn in the section championship, but we're even at 1 here at the halftime break. Brian Carlson is our producer-director. My name is Darren Swenson. You're watching the state tournament at nspn.tv.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Local sports coverage can be found on nspn.tv all year long. From the first crack at the bat in August to the final putt in June.
And that is good for the individual championship.
We are there. Subscribe to the Neighborhood Sports Network to watch events both live and on demand, including state tournament coverage in every sport. Email jobs at nspn.tv if you'd like to join our team of broadcasters and camera operators. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Hi, I'm Nick. I work at a McDonald's in northern Minnesota. An important life skill I've learned here at McDonald's is time management. In the future, I'm going to go study accounting at college. And here at McDonald's, they teach me to be very precise with my work, and that's a vital skill in accounting.
I'm making a 2 spicy biscuit. Thank you.
I would tell someone who's curious about working at McDonald's that they shouldn't be nervous about not knowing what to do or how they're going to fit in, because we will guide you along the way.
For job information, text APPLY to 38000 or visit jobs.mchire.com.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Together in Partnership is a league-sponsored initiative designed to bring students together and elevate their voice to improve their experiences in athletics and activities.
Throughout our 8 regional conferences, we heard from students that they want to participate in safe, welcoming, and inclusive environments as they do their sports and activities. We also heard that they want to stand next to adults in uplifting the behavior expectations throughout the state.
Being able to communicate with other schools and seeing what they do with their administration, with their teammates, what is most important, prioritized at their school is interesting to see.
Just be respectful to the community and your opponents and everybody else around you.
That we have great kids in our state. That, I mean, all the negatives that you hear out there, that there still are positive kids and they want to make a difference, they want to lead. It's just giving them the skills, giving them the opportunities.
Similarities. I feel like we all had the same idea of what a great high school looks like. And yeah, I feel like I got to know so many people out of my comfort.
Surprisingly, there's more similarities because we all just care about each other.
I feel like I really connected with a bunch of different kids from a bunch of different schools, and so I think that's a really good quality.
Yeah, I felt like the same, like there was so many similarities, like we all wanted the same things, a good community, to be inclusive and such.
They speak a lot of truths, and they speak a lot of the things that we tell them all the time, but it's nice to hear it from them. And it's just really empowering to see that they understand the importance of being positive and being good role models and being strong leaders, and they know how to translate that into the everyday life that they're engaged in. So it's really fun to step back and see that and feel like what we're teaching is being heard and that they're trying to model it.
Together.
In Partnership.
Ryan Carlson is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson. We are glad you are with us on a Wednesday morning in downtown Minneapolis at US Bank Stadium here on NSPN.TV. Winner of this one will get the winner of Maple Grove and Park on Friday morning at 8 a.m. right here at US Bank Stadium. The losers of these 2 semifinal games will play tomorrow morning over at West St. Paul. And that will be a 9 a.m. start in the third place game. This is the first of 6 semifinals. Be played here today at US Bank Stadium. Teams will switch sides of the field. Charlie Pillar with the goal for Wayzata. Zach Sorensen with the goal for Woodbury. .40 minutes up on the board. Shall we say left in regulation? Here we go. It was a 3-2 win for Wayzata in the state championship match between these two teams a year ago. It's 1-1. as we start the second stanza. Clear towards the middle. Sorensen with the clear out. Woodbury able to possess. They try to transition back, and they do it with Tedaya. Oh, Mayana shipping it ahead. But Wagner there for Wayzata. Wagner's goal kick. Into the offensive half for Wayzata, and they'll have the throw in at the scorer's table. Jackson Widman will take responsibilities. Ruby. Fearing won't be able to maintain transition through the double team on the far side. Wayzata will keep possession as Baker will take responsibilities. Woodbury and Wayzata both conceding only their 7th goals of the season in that first half. Sorensen did so with 23 minutes remaining as a chip ahead towards Puglisi. Was defended well by the second team All-Stater. Had 4 saves in the second round victory over New Prague as Puglisi fires one downfield. Francois had a yellow in that first half on Luca Jones. Francois and some slight contact will result in a foul on Wayzata. Free kick coming up for the Royals. On the far side, and Puglisi will play the free kick. Puglisi does have a goal and an assist this year. And I would speculate both scoring chances have come off of these set pieces. The senior keeper will play the goal kick. Puglisi. And it interrupted by Ignatius. Lockhart. And a handball, and I think it's in the area, yep. So it looks like a PK coming up. Taking the PK will be Olin Francois. Francois against Wagner. 3:17 into the second half. Francois had a goal in the quarterfinal against New Prague. Can he put his team on top here? The administration done by the center. He blows his whistle. Francois. 2-1 Woodbury. Olin Francois on the PK, his 9th goal of the season. Second goal here at the state tournament. He had both goals for Woodbury at the state tournament championship match a year ago against Wayzata. His 3rd goal in the last 3 contests against the defending state champions. And Woodbury leading Wayzata for the first time in this contest. Foul going to be called on Cordero. Olin Francois, the junior. Now with 9 goals in the season and 2 goals here at the state tournament. Woodbury leading 2-1. Off the free kick, it'll go beyond the end line. And Wagner will play it for Wayzata. Woodbury, the number 4 seed. Knocked off the 5th seed, New Prague. In round number 1, Wayzata, the number 1 seed. They have not lost all season. Played to 2 draws, one against Minnetonka back on September the 14th, one against Hopkins on September the 19th. Mahon tries to clear it out of there. Woodbury seemingly with an extra spark in their step since taking that lead on the PK by Francois. Woodbury will be able to keep possession. The Royals taking the advantage here early in this contest. Royals will keep possession in front of the Wayzata bench. Zach Sorensen, who had that late first half goal, will take responsibility on the throw-in. Hirobi into the area, punched out of there by Wagner, but Wagner's punch out will go beyond the end line, so the 4th corner kick of the day for Woodbury is coming up. They didn't score directly off their last corner kick, but the sequence off of that led to their first goal. Mayana into the area, got cleared out for the moment by Wayzata. Second ball in from Bain goes wide, and Wagner will have a goal kick. Six and a half plus gone here in the second period. Second half goal coming at 48, or rather 43-17 from Olin Francois. Woodbury, the 4 seed, trying to knock off the top seed Wayzata, who has yet to lose this year. Woodbury, by comparison, has only lost twice this year. That was once to East Ridge back on Monday, September 11th. Their other loss came to Wayzata on September the 23rd. Widman. Judicus tried to connect with Eisinger, but Puglisi will be forced to control as Woodbury put a little more pressure on than perhaps Puglisi was planning on. Puglisi with the goal kick. The recovery by Crane. Sorensen trying to clear the defensive third. And a foul going to be called on Wayzata. Pillar, who had a card there in the first half, was called for that foul. Pillar has also had the only goal of the day for Wayzata. Free kick going to be played by Eddie Puglisi, the senior, with a .943 save percentage. Trying to run it down in the corner was Parker Wenzel, but he could not do so. 14 gone in the second half, 54 gone for the game. Woodbury with possession, Mayana. Near side, Riley. Riley keeping possession against the defense of Mahan. I spoke too soon. Wagner with the goal kick for Wayzata, with Woodbury leading 2-1. Foul called against Wayzata. These two teams played twice last year as well. We mentioned in the state championship match was Wayzata winning 3-2. They played to a 1-1 draw in their previous match in 2022. Baker with the responsibility on the throw-in. He's waiting for his teammates to organize as we're 11 3/4 down here in the second half. Pillar was defended well by Elijah Fearing. Wayzata trying to keep it in the area. Widman with the header chance that's run down on the near side by Woodbury. Defending that was Lockhart. Second ball didn't work. And Puglisi came in with the .943 save percentage. Able to run that one down. Woodbury leading 2-1. Good read from Lockhart to earn possession, but he wasn't able to sustain it. Riley couldn't make the connection with Manana. Bain on the far side for Woodbury, leading 2-1. 52 gone in the contest. And Woodbury will keep possession. Zach Sorensen. Mayana into the area, but Wagner there for the two-handed save. Tadeo Mayana, who had a goal against Wayzata a year ago. Was looking for another one right there, but Wagner said no. Cordero up the near touch line. Cordero played off the face of Crane. Controlled by the Royals, and Cordero tried to make the sales pitch that the Royals had last contact, but to no avail. Won the lead for Woodbury on the PK by Olin Francois at 3:17. Here in the second half, they tried to make the connection with Francois, but Baker there to play it for Wayzata. Substitutions, Gunnar Hendrickson. Number 12, Lazi Koivu Kangas. Number 17 for Wayzata. Koivu Kangas, the leading scorer on the team. A nice recovery from Sorensen. Foul out occurred outside the area. So Puglisi will put the ball down to the top left side of the 18. We're about ready to put 65 in the books. A 2-1 lead for the Woodbury Royals, trying to get to their third state title matchup in history. They were runners-up in 2005. They were runners-up a year ago to Wayzata. A rematch of the title game from a year ago. Sorensen tried to slow it down. Out of his area goes Puglisi. And Eddie Puglisi will be on the recovery. Eddie Vang. Riley. But Baker to interrupt. Running it down near side. First contact came from Mahan. Wayzata trying to transition back, but every potential target had a defender, Koivu Kangas. Hendrickson outside the area. Tried to fire it back towards Koivu Kangas, but Puglisi read it the whole way. 2-1 the lead for Woodbury, and some open space for Woodbury. This is Fairing. Fairing was defended by Baker. And in the mind of the officials, they do it cleanly, as Woodbury will keep possession. $17 down in the half. 57 down for the game. In the area, header chance. Wenzel. Got a good look off that set piece, but Wagner rising to the occasion for Woodbury. Wayzata. Koivu Kangas tried to get a step, but the Royals forcing a restart on the back line. Thomas Tasing back in for Wayzata. Stanley Haroldson, number 17, back in for Woodbury. Wayzata, possession on the throw-in, trailing 2-1. 22 minutes left in this contest. Widman. Haroldson. Haroldson able to earn possession. Tried to roll it beyond Mahan, but nobody was home for Woodbury. It would have been hard to stay on side just with the timing and the spacing of that play. Sorensen on the back line, recovering. Fairing. Now Fairing getting some free space. But due to a slip of a teammate, Wayzata able to transition back with Judicus. Judicus into the area left side. Judicus got by one defender. Judicus was contacted. Hendrickson keeps it in the offensive third. To the far side it goes. Redmond. Redmond with the shot. And Puglisi says no. Good look for Wayzata to potentially get an equalizer. But Puglisi, the second team All-Stater, rising to the occasion once again for the Woodbury Royals. Wayzata won the regular season matchup. They won a year ago in the playoffs. Two teams played to a draw in the regular season in 2022. $20 and a quarter remaining. Fearing. Open space. Mayana trying to connect with Fearing. Will he be able to run it down before it goes beyond the end line? He will not. Goal kick coming up for Wayzata. Pillar. Francois. Pillar opposite side towards Hendrickson. Hendrickson getting a step. Hendrickson with the equalizer. We're even at 2. It's the Hendrickson goal. Comes at 21:36 here in the second half.
Ian Lockhart checks in for
his second goal of the season for the senior. And it couldn't have come at a better time. We'll get the official announcement here momentarily.
Scoring for Wayzata in the 61st minute, number 12, Gunnar Hendrickson. Assist to number 16, Charlie Pillar. That's Hendrickson from number 16, Pillar, for the Trojans in the 61st minute.
Pillar, who had a goal earlier, gets an assist on this one. As we are even at 2 here in the second half. It was 3-2 Wayzata a year ago. A late whistle from Gianluca Jones, but a late call, but a correct call. Free kick coming up for Wayzata. Alex Crane takes responsibility. Was there any contact? There was, and for the first time in this contest, Wayzata will have a corner kick. Woodbury has had 4. Wayzata with their first one, as Pillar will take responsibility on the corner. Pillar with a goal and an assist. Opposite side. Out front. No one with control. Pillar keeps it in on the far side, but Pillar going to be called for the foul as the Woodbury player went down. Woodbury fans saying it's a correct call. Wayzata fans disagreeing. Ready to put 63 in the books here in regulation. 2-2, even score in this one. The game a year ago between these two teams ended up going to overtime. Wayzata ended up winning in the 4th minute of overtime to the area. Wagner had Sorensen crashing, but made the two-handed leaping save off of the set piece. Wagner. Hendrickson trying to keep it in. Does so in the offensive third, finds some open space. Pillar had it rejected by the back of Bain. They send it up the near side. It goes Stanley Harrelson. Harrelson keeps it in on the near side. Harrelson tried for the recovery on the second ball, but was unsuccessful in his attempt. Earning possession, Wayzata with Koivu Kangas. Koivu Kangas. Hendrickson. Clearing the defensive third, Woodbury. 15 and a quarter remaining as they transition and change fields. Riley forcing the restart was Baker. In fact, actually, it trickled off the Royals player on the far side as both teams substitute for the final 15. To the score. They went to overtime a year ago. Will they go to overtime once again? We'll find out here in 14 and a half. Mayana along the far touch line on the left side. Woodbury with Riley. He gets defended well as Pillar fills for Wayzata. Pillar downfield towards Eisinger. Nice recovery by the Royal back line. Giving credit where credit is due, it was Zach Sorensen. Koivu Kangas looking for some free space. Chased by Lockhart on the near side. Koivu Kangas eluding one defender. He ends up playing off of Lockhart, and actually he didn't. It'll be a goal kick coming up for Puglisi. Down to 13 and a quarter remaining in regulation. Royals in possession, but nothing materializes. Just looking back at the season, Wayzata has only conceded 2 goals once this year. That was in a draw against Hopkins back on September the 19th. A one-on-one battle and some nice defense leading to a goal kick for Woodbury. The only other time that Woodbury has conceded 2 goals in a game this year. Was in a loss to East Ridge. That was back on Monday, September 11th. One of these teams will have to get a 3rd goal to move on to the state title match. Because you'd much rather be playing 46 and a half hours from now instead of 23 and a half hours from now. Organization on the far side for Woodbury. Sorensen taking the responsibility. 11 3/4 remaining. Into the area. The contact came from Wyzetta, and a corner kick coming up for Woodbury. Woodbury with corner kick number 5 of the game. Mayana, the sophomore, taking responsibility in the far corner. First contact came from a Woodbury teammate, but he didn't have an angle to put a lot of pressure on Wagner, and it's going to end up in a goal kick for Wagner. 2-2 the score. Only the second time that either of these teams have conceded 2 goals in a game this year. They'd only conceded 6 goals a side coming into this contest, and that's on the season. Bang. Far side. Goal kick coming up for Wagner. 10 and a half. Yet to be elapsed. Isinger looking for some free space and finding some. Isinger, Koivu Kangas! Just tall. Good setup, sweet look. But just to the top of the goal. Good chance by the senior, the leading goal scorer for Wyzetta. Down to 9.5 remaining in this one. They went to overtime a year ago. In the state championship match, will they go to overtime again? We'll find out in a little over 9. Sorensen with the throw in at the Wyzetta bench. Into the 18. First contact came from Wyzetta. Trying to transition back are the Trojans, but Sorensen there to earn possession. Two-2 contest. Approaching 8.25 remaining. Koivu Kangas. Left side of the 18 gets interrupted. Redmond's recovery wasn't there. Keeping it in the offensive half for the moment were the Trojans, but nice defense played by Vang and a switch of the field. On the far side, this is Faring. Faring checked by Baker. Faring will try again. Little give and go action with Bain. Bain with a cross into the area. A leaping save made by Wagner. Incidental contact from Vang. Right in front of the goal. And Wagner rising to the occasion once again. Piller has a goal and an assist. First entry was denied. Wayzata denied on the second entry by Lockhart. But Wayzata remaining in possession. Ignatius. Baker on the far side. Baker chipping it ahead. No good contact was made, and Eddie Puglisi will play it as we put 73 in the books. Two the score. Koivu Kangas. Defended well by Lockhart. Giving in the offensive third is Ignatius. Deflection goes to the near side. Redmond into the area, interrupted by Sorensen. Lockhart will earn possession. .6:05 remaining in the contest. Woodbury 2, Wayzata 2. Winner to the state championship match on Friday morning at 8 a.m. Loser will play in the third place match over at West St. Paul at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Mayana. Tasing. Chipping one ahead on the near side. Dickus. He'll try to get by one defender. Will he save it before he goes to the end line? He will not. And Puglisi with another goal kick. Every sequence, every rush, every opportunity becoming more and more crucial. As the seconds in the lower right-hand corner of your screen continue to count down. We're even at 2. Woodbury and Wayzata played a 3-2 overtime contest in the state title match a year ago, and Woodbury will continue to possess on the throw-in on the far side. And an injury. So the clock will stop with 4:31 remaining. One of the Woodbury players is down on the far side. I can't exactly tell who it was, and it is just a cramping situation as his teammates try to assist him with that cramping situation. And Stanley Haroldson will enter the game for John Engen's squad. Looked like it was Fearing that had the cramping situation. It was him. Time still remains out with 4.5 minutes remaining. Woodbury will have the throw-in in their offensive third with Zach Sorensen, who scored the goal late in the first half, one of the 2 goals that Woodbury has in this contest. Sorensen into the area. First contact came from Wayzata. Sorensen on the recovery. Couldn't get a good angle. A look from Adam Bain, but Wagner maneuvers. and takes away a chance. .76 complete. Possession to Wayzata. Chip ahead from Judicus. But Francois on the recovery. Wenzel giving some ground to the far side. Adam Bain for the opening with Mayana. Judicus. Judicus defended there by Adam Bain. Judicus looking for some free area. Judicus. Puglisi right on the spot as he tries the quick kick for the transition chance, but no chance for Haroldson to run it down along the far touch line. Wayzata will keep possession. Woodbury fans right in front of the side judge disagreeing with the call, but Tyler Baker will take responsibility, and he'll find Pillar with a goal and an assist today. Opposite side chance. Francois clearing for the moment. Header chance from Pillar. But Puglisi there once again. 2-2 the score, and we're 78 complete. Haroldson. Wayzata's back line tries to transition back, hustling towards it. Here's the Trojan player, Judicus. Judicus on the recovery with 95 seconds remaining. Judicus being chased there by Sorensen. Judicus looks for some open area, but no connection made down low. Wayzata tries to keep it in their offensive third. They do so with Pillar. Ignatius giving some ground back to Widman. Widman into the area, opposite side. Crash coming with a teammate, but Puglisi read it the whole way, and Puglisi will try to find Haroldson. He won't be able to run it down along the far touch line as we're 79 minutes in the books. 1 minute left in regulation. They went to overtime last year in the state championship match. Will they do so again? Koivu Kangas. Corner coming up. Only the second of the game for Wayzata. Pillar will play the corner on the far side. The organization taking place. Pillar with a goal and an assist on the day. Pillar into the area. Header chance, pinballed around. Koivu Kangas touched it last. Goal kick coming up with 18 seconds remaining for Puglisi. And a substitution coming in for Fearing. And that substitution will wind out the clock here in regulation. They went to overtime in the state championship match a year ago. It's been a competitive battle. It's been a entertaining game. And we're going to play some more in our first of 6 games at US Bank Stadium today. We're in the 3A semifinals, as Woodbury and Wayzata will take a bit of a breather before we start extra time. 2-2. Brian Carlson is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swenson. Glad you're with us from the state soccer tournament at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis at NSPN.TV.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
As an education-based activities director, there's nobody more important than the coach or advisor for our students, whether it's in the fine arts or athletics, because we know that each child is one caring adult away from changing their path of their life.
If you look at or listen to any successful person talk about how they got there, they never did it alone. There's always a mentor. And so we need those types of leaders in our schools today to help our young people understand what it means to be a strong, supportive person within their community.
Hi, my name is Crescent, and I love working at McDonald's in Minnesota. My favorite part about working at McDonald's is how friendly and welcoming and just kind the coworkers are. While working at McDonald's, I have learned leadership skills because I know that my crew members are depending on me to run a good restaurant. I do every musical and play that I can possibly participate in. And that really helps at work because it helps me communicate with the customers better.
For job information, text APPLY to 38000 or visit jobs.mchire.com.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it.
You can talk to me.
It's been really hard for me.
Local sports coverage can be found on NSPN.TV all year long. From the first crack at the bat in August to the final putt in June.
And that is good for the individual championship.
We are there. Subscribe to the Neighborhood Sports Network to watch events both live and on demand, including state tournament coverage in every sport. Email jobs at nspn.tv if you'd like to join our team of broadcasters and camera operators. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Two as we go to the extra period. Brian Carlson is our producer and director. My name is Darren Swinson to recap the scoring in this game. Each team with a goal per half. Charlie Pillar got Wayzata on the board at 27:03. Assisted by Jeremy Cordero, made it 1-0 Wayzata. Late first half, Woodbury got on the board in the 40th minute at 39:37. Zach Sorensen on an unassisted goal equalized the game at halftime. Woodbury took their first lead of the game on a PK by Olin Francois. That made it 2-1 Woodbury, and that was at 43-17. But at 61-36, the equalizer came from Gunnar Hendrickson, assisted by Charlie Pillar. So Pillar with a goal and an assist today, as we put 10 extra minutes on the board. These two teams played a overtime game a year ago in the state championship. Wayzata won it 4 minutes into overtime, and we'll see what happens here. Winner of this one gets the winner of Park and Maple Grove, which is the next game on the schedule. And I can officially confirm that that game will not start at 10 a.m. since it's 9:48 right now, and we still haven't decided a thing yet. Woodbury underway here in the second half, or in the overtime period. Nothing materializes off the initial opportunity. And Wayzata will keep possession. Teams looking for that golden goal once somebody scores. Here in the regular time, it is complete, as Joshua, or Charlie Pillar, the marked man as you would suggest, with a goal and an assist. Downfield it goes. Good defense played by Mahan against Riley. On the near side, Redmond eluding one defender in Lockhart. Redmond in the area left side. Redmond going to roll one in, and Puglisi will dive on the U.S. Bank Stadium field turf and corral it with two hands. Minute and a half almost gone by here in period number 3, technically. Judicus, Aiden Judicus goes to the turf, no whistle. I'd imagine it has to be pretty obvious for someone to come in as Cordero sneaks in from the backside. Nobody had him marked. He got by Bain, but he just didn't have that great of an angle. Two minutes gone by here in OT as Puglisi with the goal kick. Vane sending it to the outside right. Mayana giving some ground to Lockhart, who helps organize on the offensive half. Riley wasn't quite there as Wayzata tried to clear it out of there. A shot from about 40 yards away by Woodbury, but Wagner was ready for it. 7:20 remaining in the first overtime period. Looking for a golden goal here. Some competitive contests have been played between these two schools. They played a 1-0 match at Woodbury, which Wayzata won on the regular season. Wayzata won the state championship match a year ago, 3-2 in overtime. Wayzata trying to get to their 11th title game in school history. Woodbury trying to get there for the third time in the second consecutive year. Whoever wins this will get back to the title game for the second consecutive year. Puglisi there to corral as we've elapsed 3.5 minutes here in the second half. Ignatius, Pillar, Cordero defended well. This is Mayana. Mayana gets it between two defenders. He falls to the turf, but no whistle. Sorensen back deep to defend for Woodbury. Sorensen gets it out of the defensive third for now. Wayzata recovering with Pillar on the near side. Redmond Widman. Widman goes to the left foot. Cordero in the area right side, tried to get a step beyond the defender, but it was defended very well by Woodbury. Keeping it in the area was Alex Crane. Crane couldn't make the connection down low. Becker, or Tyler Baker, I should say, with the conversation as the foul is going to be called. The first foul in the overtime period. The whistle will go against Wayzata, and time will be stopped here as the trainer will go out to assist with the injured Woodbury Royal player. Teams will go to their benches and take a hydration timeout as they attend to the injured Sorensen. He will go to the bench. A goal kick or a free kick will come up with Puglisi just outside of his area. Woodbury 2, Wayzata 2. The Wayzata goals from Gunnar Hendrickson and Charlie Pillar. Cordero and Pillar with the assist for Wayzata. Zach Sorensen with an unassisted goal for Woodbury. And Olin Francois with a PK. Time will head back in here in the not-too-distant future. It's Puglisi now with the okay to restart the contest. 2-2 here in overtime. Vang towards the top of the area. He couldn't control. Eddie Ignatius towards Cordero. Cordero gets pulled down, and we're going to have a card. A card here in OT. As Tadeo Mayana will get the second yellow of the game for Woodbury. Card coming at 84-15, or 84-45, I should say. Free kick. Next in the sequence for the Trojans. Alex Green will take responsibility. Second clock stoppage we've had here in OT, one due to an injury, the other due to the yellow. Towards the area, Puglisi had a good look from the get-go. Grabs it with two hands and tries to transition back. Nobody home for the Royals here on the near side. Vang couldn't keep it in. Wayzata will possess with 4:20 remaining. In the first overtime period, we're tied at 2. In a rematch of last year's state title match, and both these teams want to get back to championship Friday morning. They're at U.S. Bank Stadium. Throw-in coming from the near side with Ian Lockhart. Koivu Kangas changing fields to Cordero. Cordero looking for some open space, but he was defended well by Riley. Vang. Vang called for the handball. We're about ready to put 87 minutes in the book. Widman. With the free kick just inside of the Wayzata offensive half. Widman, the opposite side, Cordero with the header. The angle was off. And Puglisi with the goal kick coming up. Time remaining in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Neither team given an inch. Both teams want to make it to Championship Friday. Nothing against the fine facility in West St. Paul, but they'd like the 47-hour break as compared to the 23-hour break for the third-place game. Ball hits the center. Whistle blows. Woodbury will have possession. 88 now in the books. Wenzel trickles one ahead. Ignatius with some nice defense. Sorensen trying to get possession back for his squad, but Cordero with some nice hustle to keep it on the offensive half for Wayzata. Near side it comes to Judicus. Judicus fires one in, deflected. Goes beyond the touchline. And a corner coming up with 1:18 to go. This will be the third corner kick opportunity of the game for Wayzata. But an injury situation will pause time. 1:14 left here in the extra period as Lockhart will get attended to by the Woodbury training staff. Time is frozen as Lockhart will get assisted off the field. Wayzata, third corner kick of the game. 1:14 remaining. Pillar with the opportunity opposite side into the area. Oop, a handball on Wayzata. And Wayzata is going to get a card too. That must have been for something that was said. Aiden Judicus will get the yellow here at 88:57 as the center explains it to Wayzata coach Dominic Duenas. Free kick coming up for Puglisi, also the kicker on the Woodbury football team. We're down to 1 minute left here in OT1. Wayzata defending well. They'll clear it for the moment with Reed Bolson. Ayana couldn't sustain possession for Woodbury. Koivu Kangas. Woodbury with some nice defense against Pillar that time. Down to 23 seconds remaining. Good hustle there from Woodbury to take away the transition chance, as Wagner will punt it out of there. As we're down to 5 seconds remaining, chipping it ahead towards Koivu Kangas. He gets pulled down into the box. And are they going to call the foul in the box? I believe they might. And that happened literally as time expired. Koivu Kangas got pulled down. As time expired, they're going to call the foul in the box. And Wayzata will have a PK chance to win it here at the end of the first overtime. Wow. Tyler Baker, the senior, does not have a goal all year. He has 2 assists. Can he put the Trojans back in the title game? The officials are discussing and taking care of a couple of administrative matters. Tyler Baker, the Trojan senior, against Eddie Puglisi. Baker wins. Wayzata is in the title game. Puglisi wins. We're going to a second overtime. Here we go. Baker. Wayzata is heading back to the title game. First goal of the season from Tyler Baker. It comes on a PK at the end of the first overtime, and Wayzata will have a chance for back-to-back titles come Friday morning. A dandy to start the day here at US Bank Stadium.